Hi there, it's Craig here, and welcome back to Vinyl TV again. This video is kind of a continuation of the last video I just put out, where I told you, where I was and what I was doing and why I hadn't made videos and whatnot. Because I have some more information for you. Some people asked some questions, and I'm going to get to those in a future episode very soon. But one question in particular is that I got from a few people was, how can we listen to your radio show? Like, is there somewhere where we can go and listen to it? The answer to that question was, well, it was already on, so you can't really, go back in time. However, I have found a way to re-air the shows for you so you can listen to them. So that's what's going on over here right now. Back here, this is one of my radio shows. It's actually live right now while I'm speaking to you. Here, let's take a... Better be careful how long I play that. It's not a talking part or anything. Maybe we'll catch a talking part. I'll just keep reaching back there and seeing if we can catch me talking. I talk between every song and give you information on the songs and the artists and whatnot. So that's live right now. Right now it's Thursday, and I'm just doing this as a test. I'm going to give you all the links down below and everything you need to know, how to listen to it. And it will be on Saturdays. It'll be on Saturday all day. So the same show will just keep airing over. Actually, I might do two shows. They're 2 hours each. And so I'll do two shows, start early Saturday morning, and I'll just air them all day long. They'll just play all day. They'll just keep repeating and recycling both shows. So you can tune in anytime you want during Saturday and listen for 4 hours. You'll hear both shows in their entirety eventually. Depending on when you start listening, you'll eventually hear both of them. So that's what's happening right now, and I'm just doing this as a test. And there are people in there listening right now. There is a chat room. Okay, I'll come back to this later because I do have some records here. I want to keep it, sort of Vinyl TV related. I do have some records here that I wanted to show you. I know I said I wouldn't do this normally, but these records are they're gifts that were sent to me. So I'm going to show them to you. Some of them are quite rare and quite cool. So the first one here we have, this one I didn't put it back in the, okay, that's all right. I'm going to open it anyways. This is the Brothers Johnson. I've never heard of these guys. Have you heard of them? The Brothers Johnson. I have not listened to this yet. Some of these I think I'll wait till that turntable comes in, which is on the way, by the way. I can't wait to get that and show it to you. So this opens up. It's got lyrics there. Don't want those to fall out. It does have a plastic sleeve. I had it out and I forgot to put it back, but there's the inside and there's the back. So that was a gift. This came from, as you can see, from Japan. This is my friend of mine named Ryan, who calls into my live shows quite often, which I'll talk to you about at the end of this video as well, how you can watch the live shows. So that's from him. And you can see the Japanese ribbon on the side there. So it's all the way from Japan. So we'll just put that back in there. And the thing about showing records on these videos is, like, we want to be careful with the records. You don't just slap them around and pull them out and shove them in. So it can be a little boring watching somebody articulate their records in and out of the packages and whatnot. But so there, we'll just put that there. Next one we've got here. Oh, there's the sleeve for it. Sorry. So I'm off the mic. I'm sorry. I have to see what I'm doing down there. This one here he sent me as an Elvis. It's called Moody Blue. The album's called Moody Blue. And some of the songs that are on it, I'll just read some of them to you. It's got Unchained Melody, If You Love Me, Let Me Know, Little Darling, We'll Have to Go, Let Me Be There, Let Me Be There. Is this a Olivia Newton-John album or what? If You Love Me, Let Me Know. Is these Olivia songs? Way Down, Pledging My Love. Anyway, it's got some songs on it. I have not listened to it yet, but there is something really special about this album. Not only is it called Moody Blue, but it's on blue vinyl as well. It's blue, folks. It's blue. Look at that. This was pressed in 1983, I believe. It said on the back of the package by EMI Records. It's on Capital label. No, it's on RCA, sorry. It's on the RCA Victor label. Let's get it out. I haven't played it yet. I have not. I have to play this record very soon. There it is. Now I can see right through it. I don't know if you can. If I get a light here and try to hold it up with the light against it like that, so you can see that it is sort of translucent. It's an RCA Victor label. What a treat that is. That looks fantastic. I can't wait to listen to this. And I don't even think I remembered that it was blue until I took it out earlier and thought, oh my God, it's blue. I didn't know. I think I just overlooked it when I first got it from him. Thank you, Ryan. That is a great record. I will listen to that on a great Fluence turntable. Let's put that back in there like that very carefully. There we go. There's another sleeve in there. It's got some pictures on it and stuff. It's got the old-fashioned, like, you know how they used to show you the other albums that come with, you know, this is what they used to do. They used to advertise other albums that you can buy as well by Elvis or whoever. And that's what they, you know, that's the old style inner sleeve that they used to do, give you. So we'll just like sneak that. No, we won't sneak it in there. We'll just put it over there. Again, it takes too long to put them away properly. Next, we have, he showed me this on a Skype call when he called in during one of my live broadcasts, my Friday Night Lives. And I said, oh boy, I used to have a copy of that. Bob and Doug McKenzie. Gosh. Yeah, how's it going, eh? That's a fun record. There's the back. Geddy Lee is on this one singing Take Off to the Great White North. And, you know, Geddy Lee from Rush. So he's, there they are. There you have it. Bob and Doug McKenzie. And it's on Anthem Records. I don't have to pull that one out. So we'll just put that there. Last but not least, there's 8 altogether. This is number 4. Last but not least is this. This is unbelievable. Out of all the things he sent me, this was probably my favorite. An original pressing of Rush Moving Pictures, Japanese press. Now, where are you going to find one of those? That is a treat right there. It is an original pressing, and it sounds amazing. I've already played this one. I played side A of it anyway. Sounds fantastic. This is the part about vinyl that we really love, isn't it? You know, for all of its faults and things that we complain about, and I have complaints. I have things coming up in future videos that we're going to talk about. I love this part. I'm going to put this on one day and listen to it. It's going to be so much fun. Love it. That's an awesome record. And for all you Rush fans, especially the ones who live in Canada, you know that in Canada, Rush released all their records on Anthem Records, on the Anthem label in Canada. And on the US, I guess it was the Mercury label. But as a Canadian, I'm used to seeing Rush on Anthem Records. Well, get a load of that. Rush on Epic label. That is weird. You're not going to see that too often. But that's who is taking care of it over there in Japan. Ryan moved there with his wife, and he teaches English in Japan. So that's why he's over there. And he sent me these things, along with some other goodies in a box that he sent. So that was really cool of him. So that has been in and out of there now. I don't want to ruin that. There. Now, another friend of mine whose name I won't mention because she would like to stay private a little bit, but she lives in Texas, and she sent me some records. There's 4 here. So the first one is a great singer, Linda Ronstadt. Just a great album. And there's the back. So, and I really, of course, Linda, she can sing the phone book, and it would sound amazing. So that's that. The next one here is Carly Simon. I mean, I never thought all that much of her when I was young. She was Carly Simon, whatever, but I started listening to some of her music and listening to some interviews with her, and I just think she's a beautiful woman. She's just such a great person. She talks down to earth. She's got a lot of stories to tell, and her life story is in her music, really, in a lot of her songs. So this is a live album, Carly Simon Greatest Hits Live. And folks, this woman does not require any auto-tuning. Not that there was any when this was recorded. When she sings live, she nails it. Absolutely nails it. There's a singer right there. Carly Simon, singer-songwriter. She spent a lot of years with James Taylor. They did a lot of work together as well. This one here was pressed in 1982, I believe. It was 1982. It's really small. I looked at it earlier. It's Beatles. And it's 20 of their hits. And on vinyl, it's in great condition. It plays very well. It's nice to have Beatles albums that actually aren't all scratched up. It's got I Want to Hold Your Hand, Love Me Do, She Loves You, Can't Buy Me Love, A Hard Day's Night, I Feel Fine, 8 Days a Week, Ticket to Ride, Help, Yesterday. You get the picture, right? All their hits on an album. This was pressed by EMI, and it's on the Capitol label. So there you go. 20 songs. That's great. And last but not least, I don't know if you've heard of Ian Thomas. Remember Ian Thomas? He sang the Painted Ladies. Feeling good, mama. How does it go now? Painted ladies and a bottle of wine, mama. Yeah, that song. La, 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 la. That's a great song. That's Ian Thomas. This album she found this sealed. Sealed. I can't remember the year, and I'll never find it. Jeez. I remember what year this was. 1981. So 1981, it's got a deleted thing on it. That's okay. This was sealed. So on Anthem Records, absolutely mint condition, except for the hole. The album itself was never played, and I did play it, and I actually recorded it onto the computer. See, we talked about that last episode, right? Why would you want to do that? Well, I wanted the first time this got played to be digitized so that I could always hear it like that. And what I did, which was really fun, this is one thing that you can do, is you get yourself some of these. These are called digital vinyl, CDRs. And what you do is you record your vinyl onto the computer, and then you burn it onto that. There you go. There's your little vinyl record, your little vinyl CD. There you go. See? That's how it can be fun. And then you can listen to it in your car, or if you don't feel like messing around with your turntable, you can listen to it, and it's going to sound exactly like it did when you played it, when you recorded it onto this. It's going to sound just like that. And we're going to talk more about that in other episodes. I've got questions from you guys that I have stored here that we're going to get to in another episode here. But so that's how I did that. Now I can listen to it upstairs in the living room where there's no turntable up there, and or whatever. So I bought a whole box of those CDs, and I'm going to be pressing burning some of my favorite albums onto those CDs so that I can listen to them in other places other than just down here, right? And they still kind of look like records, so it's still fun. So anyway, those are all the records. Thank you to both of you for sending those. I cannot wait to play the ones I haven't played yet, and the ones that I have played sound fantastic. So thank you for sending those over. Let's see. Am I talking? No, we're not talking. All right. Well, anyway, I'll slip something in at the end of this video, straight from the computer instead of through the phone, so you can hear it. Okay. Now, so let's get back to the radio show thing. If you're interested, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to start at show number 51. I'm not going to start at the very beginning of the series, because I didn't really have my together when I first started, and I changed my recording techniques and workflow along the way until I finally got it honed in a certain, to a certain, quality. And at that point, that's the part that I want you to start listening from. So you're going to get show number 51 and probably show number 52 this coming Saturday, which will be the 1st. Yeah, that'll be the July 1st, I believe that is. So if hopefully you've seen, this video in time for Saturday. And so it's going to start like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll start playing the shows, and they'll just keep repeating themselves throughout the day. You can listen whenever you want. It'll probably go from 6 a.m. till about 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. on Saturday. So you can pick any time throughout that day to listen to. And if you listen to it for 4 hours, you'll hear both shows eventually as they, cycle through. So it's vaughn.live/CraigTube. You don't need any apps, although there is an app for your phone. But you can just go to the website, and I'll put the link down below to vaughn.live/CraigTube. You'll see a screen here. It's, there it is right there. There's the chat room. Somebody's put some musical notes in there. You don't have to sign in, and you don't have to chat. You don't need an account, nothing. You can just go there, and there it is. Go straight to vaughn.live/CraigTube. We'll put the link down below, and you go straight there. There's also an app for your phone, and you just do the QR code, and you can scan it with your phone, or you can just go to the App Store and download Vaughn.live or Vaughn Live. But then you'll have to find my channel. My channel is in the Music Cafe section. So once you get to the Music Cafe section, you'll see it come up in somewhere. You might have to scroll, or it might be at the top. So either way, that's where it will be. And if you have any trouble finding it, let me know, but you shouldn't. I'm going to put all the information you need to know down below in the description. Okay? So Saturday, that's when it will air. Now, I keep hoping I'll catch part where I'm talking, but anyway, I talk in between every song, and so that you can find out what's about the song, about the artist, and any information that I think is important or interesting. Now, the only other thing I have to tell you is that the first few shows is all 80s. Okay, it was retro 80s radio at first, but then somewhere along the line he changed it to retro classic hits, and he opened it up to 70s, 80s, and 90s. So that allowed me to play, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so along the first few shows are just 80s, and it's called Retro 80s Radio. But then you'll hear me talk about how he decided to open it up to 70s, 80s, and 90s and pay the extra royalties and whatnot. We did I did a segment called The Lost 45s, which I thought was really interesting. And it's just those old 45s that you have in a box somewhere that you remember playing when you were a kid, that you bought from Sam the Record Man or wherever you shopped for your records. And so once I started doing that, it was 70s records. I was sneaking them in on the 80s station. And once we got a bit of a response back, I guess he decided, you know what, we're going to go 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so after a while, he did. So it will turn into that eventually. It's not just all 80s all the time. So yeah, check it out. That's how you get to it. That's how you listen to it. On your phone, on the computer. So I think that's it. I do have several of your questions, and I'm going to answer them. I think I've got about 10 questions. Somebody asked me to talk about analog versus digital, which has been talked about so much over the years. But I have a different perspective on it, and I have an angle that I think you will be interested in hearing. This is something that you need to hear, so I'll be talking about that in another episode here. It is a very interesting way of looking at analog versus digital, and I think that it's just this is a way that you need to be thinking about it. I've got a way of explaining it to you that I have a presentation ready for you. It's not recorded yet, but I have it in here. And we're going to do that one day, soon, actually, so that we can really talk about it in a way that I think it should be talked about. Stuff like that. I've got the answers, folks. And I mean, I don't know everything, but if I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. And I'll deliver it to you right here on Vinyl TV. Okay? Now I'll play you a little short snippet at the end here of the radio show, so you can get an idea what you will be finding when you listen to it. Alrighty, there's the actual there's the transmitter right there. It's called Open Broadcasting Software, and that's where the radio show is playing. And then the other one that I showed you there, that's Chrome, and that's the actual channel that it's being broadcast from, like onto. That's where you will be. There's the video window there, your tube radio. There's the player playing the broadcast. There's some meters, and there's a chat room, which you can, if you want to chat in there and say something to me. I might not be there to see it because I'll be sleeping probably on Saturday, because I have a live show on Friday night, which I also should tell you about. But you can put your something in there, or you don't have to. You could just go there. You don't have to create an account or anything. It's totally free, and you can just listen in. So pipe it through your Bluetooth speakers or whatever you want to do. My live show is on Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Same website, same channel, bond.live/CraigTube. So check that out. It's Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 10 till 3 a.m. And it's live, and it's like not pre-recorded. And I play the drums, I play tunes, I talk, I take a Skype call here and there, and it's just a lot of fun. So you can check it out. You don't have to sign in. You don't have to chat in the chat room if you don't want to. You can just watch. Friday nights, my live show. Saturdays, I nearly used the other finger there. Sorry about that. Saturdays, all day, reruns of my radio show. 2 episodes a week. Okay? Okay, I think I fit it all in. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your kind remarks on my last video. And I'll be back at you next week, hopefully with a turntable and with answers to your questions. I read all of your comments so far, and I can't thank you enough for your kindness. I really can't. Thank you very much. And we'll see you very soon. Don't forget, right? Don't forget. Vinyl is final. Take care, folks. Cheers. Some of us also know what it feels like when you were a child. You knew a song was a hit. You didn't know the numbers. You didn't know anything about charts. You just knew in your heart that that song was number one. Then you come to listen to this show and you find out you were right. That's called intuition, folks. And if you grew up listening to a good radio station, you have it. Well, I have something for you. And that's a great song to kick off the show with. The song was originally written by Daryl Hall and John Oates, but was never released as a single.